Alright, so today, since we did combinations last week, I chose to do some kata today. Since we've done Pinon 1, we've done Pinon 2, we've done Pinon 3, today is time for my very favorite Pinon kata, Pinon 4. Pinon 4. In Japanese, it's like we're very tired. We've done so many katas. It's Pinon Yondan. Say it to yourselves at home. It's Pinon Yondan.
Let me say Pinon Yondan.
Pinon Yondan. So this you need for your 3rd degree brown belt. So all of you purple belts, this is a really good one to practice. Or once you're getting to green belt, since this is the longest Pinon kata we have, it's good to at least take a look. For everyone else, just focus on your forms, your moves. Make sure those punches are nice and straight. Those kicks are belt high. I want to see the very best you can do. So we're going to run through Pinon 4 really quick, and then we're going to go through a few bunkais. So, of course, we start every Pinon in our ready stance, bow, and ready stance. We're going to start by going into a cat stance on your left side with an open hand C block, like in Pinon 2, but our hands are nice and open. Now, same thing on the other side, stick it out there, C block on the other side. Now we're going to step forward into a front stance and an X block. This might be a little bit of a new block. We're making an X over our belt. And we're going to step forward another front stance and augmented block. We did this one in Pinon 3. It's where my arms are augmented, one to the side, but we're still in a front stance. Now I'm going to step and stack and quack, just like in Pinon 2. I'm going to have my feet together, my heels together, and my toes apart. And of course my hands are stacked on top of each other at my belt. Now of course when we go into our stack and quack, we're going to be doing some double kick punches. So I'm going to go to my left side, double kick punch, land in a front stance, and big elbow strike. This elbow strike, you're hitting your own hand onto your elbow. It's like you're striking a hard piece of wood right here. This is a really good ki point. So again, same thing on the other side. We're going to step up, stack and quack. Same thing, except I'm going to go to the opposite direction. So my hands are on the opposite side of my belt. Same thing, we're going to do our double kick punch. Hi-ya! Turn. We're going to land in our front stance and big elbow strike. And shake it out. This is a long kata, so I'm going to take a few breaks. This is our first one, so we can go through it a few times and remember, commit it to memory. All right, let's begin. Ready, stance, bow, Pinon. Say it at home, Pinon Yondan. All right, we're going to begin towards the left, cat stance and open C block. Towards the right, same thing, cat stance, open C block. Now we're going to step forward into our X block in a left front stance and step forward, augmented block with our augmented front stance. We're going to step forward, make that step and quack on the right side because we're going to kick over to the left. That big kick and punch with a big ki-ya, set down, and big elbow strike. Same thing on the other side. We're going to step up into a stack and quack. And then we're going to go kick and punch over to the right side, land, and elbow strike. Now from here, this is where we got to last time. We're going to turn towards the front, and I'm going to do what I call the monkey grabs the grapes, or oh my, may I have some pie? Asking for some pie right here. So my one hand is over my forehead, but I'm not touching my forehead, and the other one kind of swoops around like an inward middle block. Now I'm going to, with my back foot, do a front kick and a rolling block. My hands are going to roll in a circle together. And I'm going to land in this stance. I'm going to do an uppercut. This is a really good place for a ki as well. Now I'm going to step back. I'm going to step back into my front stance, which is more stable. I'm going to shuffle kick, like in Pinon 3. And 1, 2. Now, this is where I have to stop facing you guys. So I'm going to turn all the way around. And this would be, if we're in the dojo, towards the kicking tree.
Let's stop there and do it all over. Yes?
Yes. Shake it out. That's part 2 of the kata. All right, ready again. I want to see you all doing it with me. Ready stance, bow, and ready stance, pinan, pinan yandan. All right, now we're gonna go up. Cat stance, that C block with our hands nice and open. Our fingers are together. Same thing on the other side, cat stance and open hand C block. Stepping forward, left front stance, X block. Big and strong X block in front of your belt. Step forward and augmented block. Very good. Now we're going to slide our feet together into that stance right here, our ducky stance. We're going to double kick with a big ayah. Set down into a front stance. Watch your feet. Make sure you're not going way too far out or way back. We want to have a nice front stance, nice and wide. And this is where I do my elbow strike. That is also a really good ki point. I think I mentioned that last time. We're going to slide up into our second ducky stance. Feet or heels together, our toes apart. Now we're going to big kick punch, ayah, and smack that elbow. It's our big elbow strike. Now we're going to turn my hands open into oh my, may I have some pie. And this is from a front stance. So make sure your feet are not too long. We're not standing here like we're doing yoga. We're going to be nice and wide. Now stepping forward, I'm going to draw a circle with my hands. I'm just drawing a circle this way. Drawing a circle into my block right here. And this is kind of an augmented block as well. I'm going to step back into my front stance and shuffle kick. And 1, 2. If you notice right here, as I punch with my back hand first, I pivot my foot, and then I punch again. So that's up to the second part that we did. Now this is where you turn away from the front. And I'm going to turn my back foot, turn all the way till I'm facing the kicking tree over here. And I'm going to do the same thing from before. I'm going to do an X block right in front of our belt. Right here, I'm going to take my hands, and they're going to go up like a rising sun. It is actually called the rising sun. I'm going to hold my hands out here. My back leg is going to go in front kick. I'm going to set it down in front, and now I'm going to do 2 punches. One with the outside and one with the inside hand. So 1 and 2.
So a reverse punch and then a lunge punch.
Yes. And now,
can you turn around and just do it this way maybe? So they can see, so like you did the turn.
Yeah.
Let's see, boom, boom, boom.
So if I'm here,
you
and I
did
did
the turn here, right?
Yeah. So once I do the turn, what I'm doing, while not facing you, I'm doing a left front stance, X block. Then I'm opening my hands up. I'm doing a rising sun, comes all the way out. It's like I'm outlining the Goshin logo right here. We're going to do a front kick, set it down in front. So now I'm in a right foot cat stance, or right foot front stance. Then I'm going to do a reverse punch and a lunge punch. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So if I was doing this towards the kicking tree, I would just move over here towards the drinking fountain. So my other diagonal. So over here, we're doing the same thing but on the opposite side. So again, I'm still doing my X block. I'm going to rise the sun. Now I'm going to take my back leg, big front kick, set it down in front. So now my left foot is forward, reverse punch, and lunge punch. So this way, I would usually be facing over here. Now I'm going to turn all the way towards the Goshin logo, right here. And as I turned, what you didn't see is that as I turned, I went into a front stance and an augmented block. Just like we were doing at the beginning of this kata. My hands are augmented towards each other. Now I'm going to step forward and do 3 of these. So this is number 1. We're going to step forward, number 2. Step forward and number 3. You can push these out like a strike every time you move to the next one. I'm going to take my hands, like we're doing back to back. We're going to make a little triangle. It's going to go down by our A-frame, by our belt. It's going to go all the way up, rise way up in the air. Then I'm going to knee strike and turn. And if I was doing this towards the back, that means I would knee strike and turn and face you guys again. So now the kata is front facing. So now I'm actually supposed to be facing you guys right here. And I'm going to step into a middle shuto. I know it was kind of a hard transition there. We're going to step forward and one more front stance, middle shuto. And that is the last move of our kata. So we're going to step back, ready stance, bow, and ready stance.
Yay! Give Miss Grace a round of applause.